in Module 3, Up and Down Movement.
Let's now look at how to change fall rate in order to move straight up and down. We are going to use a balanced deflection of air to make these moves, but this time we will vary how much we are deflecting the air. Recall that when we have a balanced deflection of air, we can create an aerodynamic force that exactly balances our body's weight. However, by varying our body position, we can control the size of these aerodynamic forces. For example, if we arch our body more, we produce a smaller force because we only deflect the path of the air slightly. This smaller force can't quite balance our body's weight, which leaves a resulting force that accelerates us to a faster fall rate. While a slow fall position deflects the air more. This will result in a larger aerodynamic force. Because this force is greater than our body's weight, we are decelerated to a slower fall rate. Let's see how to vary the streamlining of our body to change the amount we are deflecting the air. Notice the coordinated use of the whole body, including flexing the chest and shoulders. From this point of view, we can see the articulation of the spine and coordinated use of the whole body to control fall rate. By being combined into a start, coast, stop cycle, this sequence of body positions can then be used to make distinct vertical moves. As you watch the video, can you see Jack change the shape of his spine to control fall rates?
When you're trying to slow your fall rate down, it's all happening in your torso region. It's very important to get every bit of arch out of your torso. My fast fall body position comes from my waist. I let everything blow back from that point and relax into it.
In formation skydiving, we will most often use our ability to control our fall rate by superimposing it on top of every move we make in order to always stay on level while we're building formations. Now that we understand more about staying on level, let's look at the next skill that we want to work to master in Module 4, Turns in Place.
When you are turning in place, your center of mass remains in place while you change heading. Let's look at how we can use our ability to deflect air and create the forces necessary for turning in place. Recall how our neutral position causes a balanced deflection of air to the left and right. This is part of the reason that our neutral position allows us to sit still on the grid. We can change our body position in a way that produces the asymmetrical lateral deflection of air shown here. This air deflection produces these aerodynamic forces, one force acting through our upper body and the other through our lower body. Again, these forces can be rewritten into their vertical and horizontal components. When done properly, the vertical components combine to balance our body's weight. This leaves the resulting forces shown here, and because these forces do not push through our center of mass, they cause us to turn. To produce the needed lateral force in our upper body, we can bank our upper body and flex our shoulders to catch and steer more air to the side. To produce the needed lateral forces in our lower body, we need to unlevel our knees and rudder our booties to steer air to the opposite side. To initiate a turn in place, you need to use your entire body. You must coordinate your upper and lower body to deflect equal amounts of air in opposite directions at the same time. The ability to do this is required to generate a turn in place. To turn these body positions into a move, they must be combined into a start, coast, stop cycle of body positions. Remember that when initiating the stop portion of the move, you must continue to balance the use of your upper and lower body in order to remain in place while you are stopping. As you watch this dive, see if you can see the fall rate control presented in Module 3 being superimposed on some of Jack's moves. When skydiving, you generally want to maintain eye contact with the center point. Notice how, while turning, Jack looks first to the right and then head switches to look to the left in order to maintain close proximity and stay on level. Throughout, you need to remember the importance of good basic body position discipline. Notice how, because of Jack's body position discipline, he always stays straight through the spine and maintains an equal angle under each arm. Body position discipline is of paramount importance, even when facing away from the center. In addition, notice how the smaller transition position can be used to spin faster and how a larger body position can cause you to turn slower. As always, remember to have fun, be safe, and keep your eyes open for other canopies on the way back to the DZ.
The turn in place is the most common move in formation skydiving, so the time and trouble to master it may well be worth it. Now that we understand more about how a lateral deflection of air can cause us to turn, let's see how some of these same skills can be used